How does God speak? He calls those things that be not as though they were. Imagine, I don't have a job, and I'm talking like somebody who is a CEO. My company will employ 30 people in the first 3 months. And you are like, okay, what's the name of the company? Light of the World International Company. Where is it located? In Gwarimpa. Where can I see it? I will invite you when the time is right. You show up. My first son is John. My first son is Moses. And they say, really? Your first son is Moses? Yes. Where is he? I will show you when you are around. He called those things that be not as though they were. This is how we animate the God realm. Romans 4:17. As it is written, what would have been the right grammar? I will make you a father of what? Many nations. But how did God speak? I have made thee a father of many nations. You are the one who wants to kill yourself with I will, I will. In the realm of God, it's not I will, it's I have. He calleth those things that be not as though they were. Number 4, how does God speak? God does not just speak, he names things. Because anything you name, you animate. So God did not just say to Abraham, I have made thee a father of nations. If you actually go to Genesis 17 verse 3, you are going to see how God really put it. God actually named him after that order. So God doesn't just speak those things that be not as though they were. He named them. Verse 5, Genesis 17. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations I have made thee. So he didn't just call those things that be not as those they were. He named it. Because anything you don't name, you can't animate. Number 5, how does God speak? God speaks thanksgiving before the manifestation. He doesn't wait to see the result before thanking or celebrating. Mark 11:24. It says, whatsoever ye desire. It says, when ye pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. When the Bible was saying, and God saw it and it was good, there was nothing. But when God said it, God believed it had already happened. And so all the responses that God would have had, he had them before they manifested. On Wednesday, Apostle Lawal was teaching us these things. See, some of you are expecting children, but you are waiting to celebrate when the child comes. If it is God, he starts celebrating the moment he declares, I have a child. And it will be so real to him that when the child eventually comes, there will be no more celebration because he has already celebrated. That's how they operate in the God realm. So that is called the law of utterance. We don't talk anyhow there. If you will operate in that realm, you don't have the right to talk anyhow. You talk the end from the beginning. You talk what you want to see in order to see them. You call those things that be not as though they were. That's how you talk. There is a law that governs talking. You name things to animate them, and you celebrate what you have declared, even when it has not yet manifested.